Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. Just want to chat with y'all, spread some knowledge, some motivation, and some positivity. And this is a video like for like the teen, the teenagers that are like getting ready to go back to school. And parents, can get some tips from this too, but I mean, parents, they're like some of the most brainwashed people on planet Earth. They don't even realize that they can actually learn a thing or two from their kids. But what I want to discuss with y'all about is that with school getting ready to start back, I know that there's a few of you that may be a little nervous. You may be anxious. Being in school was making you depressed. I also know some of you may be doing the homeschool or whatever. Some of you may be going to school. What I want to discuss with y'all about is that your mental health is very important. Make sure that your mental health is in check. Now I know you may be in a situation where you have strict parents, where you don't want your mom and dad to be on you about your grades. Like I said before, all that stuff you're being taught in school, going to school for like 12 years, all that stuff you're being taught, it's not even gonna matter anymore when it comes down to your real life. Like I also said before too, nobody is a failure in school. They may like say that you're like a failure in school, but when it comes down to your real life, you're a straight A student. But what I want to like let y'all know is that you got to make sure that your mental health is in check. Because you do have a lot of teenagers that actually commit suicide from going to school. Their depression is going through the roof. Their anxiety is going through the roof. They're having suicidal thoughts. Their parents are constantly fussing at them for having low grades. Make sure that your mental health is in check. Now, that that doesn't mean that you should like just be lazy and not do your work in school. Absolutely not. But if you flunk a test, if you have like a low grade in a class, don't get so down on yourself. Don't start thinking about committing suicide. You're not a failure, because all that stuff you learning in school, you're not even gonna use it anymore. And not just that, you're not even gonna remember it. When you get home from school, your parents ask you, what did you learn in school? And you don't even remember. And that's another thing too. Now I don't know if it's like in all the areas, but I heard that like with the COVID stuff with school getting ready to start back, they were gonna like try to like rush the students through everything. Like I tell you, man, it they can't rush you through everything. It's not gonna work that way. And and I also know a lot of y'all just doing stuff for your mom and for your dad, for your parents. You want your parents to be proud. I get that. But make sure that your mental health is in check. And your parents need to make sure that your mental health is in check too. And, like I said, parents, y'all can learn a thing or two from this video. You got to make sure that your kid's mental health is in check, because if the day comes where your son or your daughter commits suicide, it'll be too late. Like you gonna have the nerve to say that like you didn't know that they were depressed, you didn't know that their anxiety was through the roof, because like from your point of view, you like be saying that like like why are they depressed? They don't have to worry about bills. They don't have to. Teenagers go through a lot of stuff too. The school system does put your teenager through a lot of stuff. Your teenager has to worry, has to think about what they want to do. Your teenager more than likely probably doesn't even want to work a 9 to 5 job, because if you being so hard on them about school and about their grades, and they end up getting a job working at McDonald's, they gon' end up thinking to themselves, what was the point of school? You know what I mean? See, with the way things are right now, people just really need to start waking up. And you see, your teenager more than likely already knows that, like, as parents, that y'all are like the most brainwashed people on planet Earth. And that's mainly what school does. It brainwashes your teenager. It brainwashes them and it programs them with a bunch of lies. It's just brainwashing. They like to put those toxic thoughts into your teenager's brain to make them feel like they're a failure. Your teenager is not a failure. Even if you saying that they're a failure, your teenager is not a failure. The school system wants them to be what they want them to be, not what your teenager wants to be. Let your teenager be what they want to be. You know what I mean? In teenagers, like when you graduate from high school, like your parents may like be saying that they know what's best for you. They don't know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. You know what I mean? If you know what it is that keeps you at a high vibration, if you know what it is that keeps you happy, go for it. Keep on grinding, keep on pushing. Do what you got to do to put yourself in a better position. Do what you got to do to put your family in a better position because you can do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, school is getting ready to start back. And I know some of y'all is nervous. I know some of y'all is anxious. You know what I mean? Always make sure that your mental health is in check. And if you flunk a test, keep on trying. Try again. Keep on trying. Yeah, try again. Don't 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 start getting depressed because you get like a F. Don't get depressed because you get a bad grade. I mean, like, because all of that depression, all of that anxiety, suicidal thoughts, like, there has been some teenagers that have actually committed suicide because of school. And school, like, it's like school is like made to put you at a low vibration. You flunk a test, you feel bad about yourself. All that stuff you're being taught in school, it's not gonna be beneficial for you after you graduate. You're not even gonna use it anymore, and you're not even gonna remember it. School is not a place for your mental health. School doesn't do nothing for your mental health. It makes your mental health worser. So just make sure that your mental health is in check. And if you're dealing with depression, if you're dealing with anxiety, you dealing with suicidal thoughts, talk to somebody, talk with your parents. Parents, like I said before, if you look at my other video, hear your kids out, hear your teenagers out too, because mental health is very important. Mental health is more important than grades. You got to make sure that your kids' mental health is in check. Hear your kids out. Hear your teenagers out. Because if they commit suicide, it's gonna be too late. You need to hear them out. This is serious. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with y'all because I know school getting ready to start back, and with this pandemic, COVID stuff, there's no telling what they're really gonna do. But just make sure that your mental health is in check. If any of what I mean, like, what I mean, you can hit me up in the comments. You can follow me on Instagram. You can DM me on Instagram. If school is, just putting your mental health is in a bad state. But yeah, just make sure that your mental health is in check. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share. Love y'all.